This video will let you know exactly whether you should bulk, main gain, cut, or anything in between. And this will be a PowerPoint presentation, because I think this is the best way to convey this kind of information. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. So first of all, you need to understand what bulking, cutting, and all those words actually mean. Well, here's how I define them. Bulking is when you gain weight. It doesn't matter if that additional weight comes from additional fat or additional muscle, okay? Whether it's a dirty bulk or a clean bulk, at the end of the day, it's still a bulk. And cutting is when you lose weight, and maintaining is when you keep the same weight, and main gaining is something I will touch on a little bit later. But for now, you should know the definition of bulking, cutting, and main gaining. Now let's talk about the purpose of bulking, cutting, and maintaining. And the purpose is the same as the definition. You bulk if you want to gain weight, you cut if you want to lose weight, and you maintain if you want to keep your weight. And what a lot of people get wrong is, they think they have to, for example, bulk in order to build muscle. But here's the thing, bulking has nothing to do with building muscle. Bulking is all about gaining weight. However, for some people, it is true that you have to gain weight in order to build muscle. And for those people, bulking is indeed the answer to building muscle. But the truth is, you can build muscle by incorporating all of those three concepts. You see, if you are overweight and you carry a lot of fat, then you can lose some unnecessary fat, which will lead to you losing weight. And then you can transform some of your fat into muscle mass, and that way you can build muscle. So in that case, you can build muscle by cutting. However, if you are skinny, your body probably doesn't have that excess fat that it can convert into muscle tissue. So in that case, the muscle mass will have to come from an external source, from external weight. In other words, you will have to gain weight in order to build muscle. So in that case, you have to bulk in order to build muscle. But then, if you have the right amount of fat that you can convert into muscle, you can gain muscle without gaining or losing fat. So you then maintain. This is why, if you want to build muscle, you should not be asking whether you should bulk, cut, or maintain. Instead, you should be asking whether you want to gain, lose, or keep your body weight. And once you find that answer, you will know exactly whether you should bulk, cut, or maintain. So how do you find that answer? Well, you look at your body weight, and you can do that by just stepping on a scale. And then you ask yourself how much you want to weigh. Because I think the ideal body weight for a muscular man will usually fall between 150 to 200 pounds and around 100 to 130 pounds for a woman. But those are only my approximations. And remember that your height also plays a role. If you're a 5'7" man, you want to be close to maybe 150 to 160 pounds. But if you're above 6 feet tall, you want to weigh somewhere in the 200s. Maybe 210 pounds, for example. But once again, those are only my approximations, but you kind of get the point. So now we will do a little quiz. Let's say you are a 400-pound man, and you want to have a good physique. Should you A. bulk, B. cut, or C. maintain? If you chose B, you are correct! You want to get to the ideal body weight in order to have a good physique. And in your case, you would have to lose weight in order to achieve that. So in other words, you would have to cut. Next, if you are a 140-pound man and you're 6 feet tall, should you A. bulk, B. cut, or C. maintain? And the correct answer here is obviously A. You want to go from 140 pounds to perhaps 200 pounds, and in order to do that, you will have to gain weight, i.e. bulk. And if you are a 110-pound woman, the best option for you would typically be to, that's right, C, maintain. This is so easy, isn't it? Now let's talk about what the term main gaining means. It's supposed to consist of the words maintain and gain. So you maintain while gaining. However, it is not specified what you're supposed to maintain and gain, and I feel like different people have different definitions for this word. So for example, if it means maintaining your body weight while gaining muscle, then in that case, it is simply the same thing as maintaining, because you maintain or keep your body weight. However, if main gaining means that you maintain your body fat while gaining muscle, then you're basically building muscle without losing your body fat, which means your muscle mass comes from additional weight. So in that case, you gain weight, which means you're bulking. However, when you're bulking, you don't wanna do what is known as dirty bulking. That is when you gain weight, but the majority of that additional weight comes from additional fat rather than additional muscle mass, which basically means you're becoming fat. Now I hope people will finally stop arguing with each other on whether you should bulk, main gain, or whatever. I hope after seeing this you know exactly what you should do. Now see you in the next video, which probably will not be a PowerPoint presentation.